Thank you. I've not heard the song before. It's really beautiful. It's a lovely tune, as well as being a lovely sentiment. I have a little bit of the words translated for me by Mads. Could you love? You've got a beautiful voice. Could you love the tune a bit more? Because you're doing all the right things. You're saying all the right words, and you're making a lovely sound. But I'd love you to love the tune a bit more. I'd love you to allow your body and your breath. I'd like you to dance. Do you dance? Do you dance? No. No? A little bit?
No.
Could you try? La 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 la. Just sing it to la and just dance a little bit. Nobody's watching. There's nobody here at all. Just try. Sing it on your own. Just la 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 la. Let it flow a bit.
Yeah. La 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 la
It's a nice dancing tune, actually. It's really good. You give me half a dance. You go la 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 la. Let go a bit more.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Swirl around a bit.
Yeah.
Make it. You can use all the space, but just see if you can, and keep moving all the time. Never let your body stop moving.
Yeah.
All right.
La, la, la,
well, you almost stopped there. You went la 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 la.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible dancer. You can be much better than me. But I just want you to. Any long notes need a lot of movement.
Yeah.
La 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 la. A lot of movement.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Very good. I love it. Yes, it's working. It's working well. Now, dance with your feet still. But I'd like you to move your arms and your legs. Okay? Arms and legs. And when your arms go one way, your legs go the other way.
Yeah.
But your feet stay still. See it doing that. Okay? All the time you're singing. La 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 la. You can do it with your imagination. You don't have to do it with your body. It's your breath that is making it sway. Your breath.
Yeah.
All the way through. Put the words on now. Describe it to me. Good. Now do the next verse, which is what's this? This is a little list, isn't it? Sunberry, sunshine, blackbird's whistle. Is that right? Solbær.
Solvejr, solskin, solsortfløjt.
See them. 3 things.
Solbær, solskin, solsortfløjt.
Sing them. Solbær, sol. Go on.
Solbær, solskin, solsortfløjt.
No, that's one thing. That's da 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 da. Solbær, solskin, da. 3 things.
Solbær, solskin, solsortfløjt.
Good. This is good. Do it again. I want to get the hang of doing it because it's such fun. You've got to create a picture for us. You've got to describe it to us. You've got to see it in your eyes. You've got to make us see it. Go on.
Solbær, solskin, solsortfløjt. Alting gløder, duften går. Løfter du den lille højt. Smiler hun og er så stor.
Lovely. That's it. Now, this last bit is the fire of a girl's heart. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's what Mads told me. So I'm not. And this morning, Mads told me a song was about beer, and it wasn't. It was about pollen. So I mean, I don't trust I don't trust Mads anymore. That's all. He says, from the fire of a girl's heart came a little girl. Came a little girl who is she? Is that right? Is that right? What's that bit mean? Sweetest girl or mother? What's that? You've got to make us smile at it. You've got to make us love the poem like you do. Okay? Sing that verse, this verse again, and make us smile at what you're saying.
Af et pigehjertes ild kom en lille pige til. Hvem er sødest, skal jeg tro. I er sødest, begge to.
The trouble is that with Danish, say it all like that. Do you have to do that?
Yeah.
Do you have glue on your teeth, so you hardly make any? So you can't see you singing really.
Yeah.
Are you not allowed to do that? Would that be bad Danish? No, it does 2 things. One of which it keeps the sun in the same place all the time. She's fine. Keeps your voice in the same place, but we lose a bit of colour. Any chance we can get a bit more colour in those words? And you could perhaps move your mouth a little bit more, just a bit.
Not only a bit.
Not only a bit.
No.
Oh, you think they could move a lot?
Oh, I think.
Oh, really? All right. So, see, I'm learning now. So you can move. You've got to imagine you're explaining it to me, a stupid Englishman, who really doesn't understand a word you say. I see you go like that, I don't understand a word. It's hopeless. I don't know what to say. You've got to tell me exactly what it's about, because otherwise I won't know, because I'm stupid in English. Okay? Do that for me.
Solbær, solskin, solsortfløjt. Alting gløder, duften går. Løfter du den lille højt. Smiler hun og er så stor.
Oh, that's so lovely. I feel drawn into the poem completely now. Breath is like the wind blowing through the trees, the apple tree, shaking the fruit on the apple tree. And then I said to do it in your imagination, so you get your feet still, but you're still doing it with your upper body. You're there, and gradually you're bringing it into to the middle of you. So you're painting a picture with your mouth and your imagination, and everything else is still dancing. And it starts to come to life. And your whole body wakes up and paints me a picture. But it's your whole body that does it, including your feet and your head. Does that make some sense to you? Do you understand that? Sing me from the beginning and do some more of that, because I think you've got a good idea. to have a
Yeah.
copy in front of you. Would you?
Yeah.
We'll put the copy in front of you. But you don't have to dance now. You don't have to dance, but you have to dance in your head.
Yeah.
Okay? What I'm trying to get you away from is standing with everything a bit locked here.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Third verse. It's very good. The thing that's going to help you a lot is the sort of Panda type stuff. Have you done some Panda type stuff yet with the choir?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what bit of the Panda things do you think apply to you especially? Any idea?
No.
I think it's pretty clear to me what as I've watched Panda a few times now. She's worked with my choir in Norwich, and I think from what I remember of what she was doing, because I think you sing on a line from about your elbows upwards. You sing from there upwards, and you don't sing anything down here at all, apart from when I start to make you dance a bit. Then you started to do a bit more. But there's a sort of dead bit in the middle, between your elbows and your knees, where nothing happens. And that bit just, it needs to open a little bit here. So that you could connect with these muscles here. Just put your fingers there on the bottom of your tummy. And don't face the wall, face that way.
This way.
Yeah. Because we'll see this. It's a big candle. Good, that's right. Lots of little candles. Good girl. Feel that? Now, with one blow, lots of candles. That's really good. You feel that? All those muscles start to wake up.
Yeah.
Now bend your knees. Good. So when you take the breath in, then blow all candles out. Good girl. Now go. Wee.
Wee.
But high. Wee. Up there.
Wee.
Much higher.
Wee.
Very exciting. Really high. That's really good. Again. Good. Again. From a E downwards. Zip. Can you can't do a r. No. Up here. That's it. Up there. That's the one. That's it. Fee. That's it. Think tall. That's it. Helps you think tall first.
Yeah.
Breath. Fee. That's lovely. Now turn to face these people. Fee. So you're going to point at this lady here with a nice smile. You're going to go. And the energy to her is going to travel from here.
Yeah.
Fee. Excellent. I'll go back to this tune again. Sing me the tune. Dee, dee. Can we do it up a bit? Good girl. Good. Good girl. That's really good. That's much more involved now. That was excellent. Did you feel it? Because you tend to go into your little musical world. You go la 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 la. It's really sweet, the most beautiful sound in the world, but it's not plugged in to what's going to get it to there.
Yeah.
La 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 la. One last time. One last time. Think tall. Think wide. Excellent. That's a really big, quite a big improvement of sound. Just going in and saying, use your abdominal muscles, get your intercostal muscles working, get the tongue out of the way, move your neck into a new place. Just get them tied up in knots. They need a sort of picture that will enable them to find those things. And once they've found them, you can put a label on them and tell them what they've just been doing. But I think that's quite important with any age range of singers. So whether you're 7 or 70, really. I think we're all a bit inclined to try to impress people with what we know. Whereas actually when you're approaching it from trying to learn, that isn't particularly helpful as to what you know, or what I know, or whatever, about the mechanics of singing. You've got to find ways to awaken something. And once you've felt the good of something, then you'll want to do it some more, and perhaps then want to discover and read the books about how to sing. But I think there's, when people watch singing teachers work, often I think because they see a whole variety of tricks, they think that therefore there are lots of different tricks. As I'm sure you would have realised going through today, and also in your own work at home, that actually the tricks all relate to very simple basic things about body posture, breathing, and the simple physics of sound. There's nothing new under the sun. We're all the same sort of creatures, but we're all absolutely individual as to how we find out how to do things. And one of the main things is to discover them by doing them and finding out how good they feel, how they make us feel good. And you can approach it from a physical angle, you can approach it from an interpretative angle, an acting angle, an emotional angle. Any of those ways that make it work, and then try to find out how to explain it afterwards. I think that's what I'm on about. I think that's what I try to say to people, really. You have to like people, you have to get to know people, and be prepared to let them not to be somebody who's instructing all the time, but somebody who's trying to help them to show you what difficulties they have. So you have to gain their confidence so that they can be straight with you about the way they feel about something. It's it's a very complicated interaction of people. But it's not about just one person going in there with a whole lot of information and trying to and trying to impose it upon somebody. Everyone's different. Everyone's route is different.
So that's the fun.
But that is the fun of it all. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing, but it's also can be very frustrating sometimes. If you just can't make somebody work. Thank you for playing very much, and thank you for listening so attentively.